Hey friends, happy Friday. This is not a snow day. 76th day of social distancing in southeastern Michigan. The spirit of 76, the Philadelphia 76ers, 76 trombones, maybe not. I don't know. Episode 54? Yeah, sure, what the heck. And here we are, still in my studio, still in our homes, trying to make good choices to be safe. So I want to reveal to you a tip. If this was clickbait, I would have a headline that says, "This amazing tip is blowing students' minds." But I'm not clickbait. I mean, I want to be, but again, crop tops. That's a joke from a previous episode. I want to give you a tip that reading teachers and history teachers, humanities teachers do all the time that is quite simple. It's not a hack, it's a technique that you could do at home with any aged human. And this runs the gamut. Any age human who is verbal, has language capabilities. That is an excellent learning tool and will help activate their cognitive mind, which means there's no slide, there's no slip, it's actual learning. And more importantly, will foster empathy. Crash course. Empathy is when you attempt to, and hopefully succeed in, understanding how someone else feels by putting yourself in their place. Mentally. It does not mean to do what they're doing. It does not mean that you have their pain. Their pain is their pain. It means that you understand why they're in pain and what might be causing it, and that makes you sad, or at least empathetic, and oftentimes makes you want to create some action around it. So, let's say you are watching Paw Patrol. It is totally appropriate in the middle of or at the end of to say, why do you think Boomer acted that way? Spoiler alert, I don't know if Boomer is actually a character. Why did he get so upset when so-and-so left for the rescue without him? To be watching Girl Meets World and ask, why did the teacher say that to the class? Was that a good lesson, do you think? When you ask kids or adults the why, you dig to a much deeper level in what is known as the depth of knowledge. This is when we're not just looking up Googleable facts, thin questions. We're asking a big question, which takes some cognition. Why would they do that? What caused them to act that way? By simply doing this with stories that you're reading, even if it's 7 pages, why was the little puppy looking for its mother? With television programs, with books you're reading at home, why was Snape so horrible to Harry? By asking those questions, it creates cognitive action. And you have conversations that oftentimes lead to predictive strategies, which is a big time reading skill. It leads to patterns, which is the core to studying history and social studies. And hopefully, it leads to empathy. Why would a person do that? Why would someone start a fire in their own neighborhood? Why are people so upset about that video clip? Why would someone sit at a lunch counter knowing full well that they were going to be verbally and physically abused? Why are people acting that way? So instead of reacting to the event or judging it, that's dumb, that's silly, that doesn't help anything. It is by, at a very young age, asking kids, why do you think someone acted that way? What would make them that angry? Why would they act in such a loud voice? Do you think maybe they've tried to have a quiet voice? Do you think other things haven't worked? We have the opportunity to create empathy, to help other people see other people. And this can hopefully work for older people as well. That instead of snoozing somebody on Facebook, instead of blocking somebody, instead of posting a reductive meme, we get this opportunity to say, well, why would people loot in their own neighborhood like the Boston Harbor and throw all the tea into the harbor? What were the patriots? What were our American heroes thinking when they did that? Why was that what needed to happen to get the attention of the corporate connection to the British monarchy? Then we get to see why people take drastic actions, and we get to understand the people behind the actions instead of just condemning them with simple reductive labels. So yeah, I'm talking about the headlines, and I'm talking about empathy, and I'm hoping that if we continue to use great strategies at home when our kids are not around other people, that we can help them continue to think about other people. And as I've been saying this whole time, great teachers model. And I think if we can model some empathy and we can ask ourselves some why questions about other people, and hopefully some why questions about ourselves, we can live in a more empathetic society that is more empathetic when we see people from a 6-foot distance, and hopefully more empathetic when we can reach out with peaceful hands and loving hugs when that's safe. I hope you have a great, reflective, safe weekend. I hope it is filled with empathy and good questions. I'll see you next week.